Hey, AP US Gov. Let's talk about religion, right? As we tackle our unit for the civil liberties and civil rights, today we're going to talk about freedom of religion. So this is Unit 3, Topic 2, 3.2, if you're keeping score at home on that handy review sheet that I gave you. So remember, the freedom of religion is actually the first part, I believe, of the First Amendment. There's two parts to it, right? The Free Exercise Clause and the Establishment Clause. The Establishment Clause says the U.S. government will not establish a national religion, which has been interpreted to mean they will not establish or inhibit a religion from existing. And then the Free Exercise Clause means that you are free to exercise your religion as you see fit, as long as it does not interfere with the rights of other people. We have two of our big 15 court cases stem from freedom of religion. We've talked about one already, Engel v. Vitale, which deals with our establishment clause because that said that schools could not sponsor a religious activity. Any school-sponsored religious activity violates the Establishment Clause. So, a school official saying, let's bow our heads and pray, let's pray this coronavirus away, let's bow our heads and pray for safety before an athletic event. You cannot do that at a public school if it takes government money. If it's a private school, K Christian, Hackett, you can absolutely do that because you are paying to go there. And they have different rules that they are able to follow because of that. So the Establishment Clause is one that's pretty cut and dry for us. And again, Thomas Jefferson took it to mean that there is a wall of separation between church and state. The sketchier one is where free exercise comes into play. And that's where that wall of separation kind of becomes more of a chain link fence. The Free Exercise Clause says that you can practice your religion. The big case that we have here that we need to know is Wisconsin v. Yoder. Again, another school case. And in this case, a family of Amish students did not want their students to go to school after the 8th grade. Well, state laws usually say that there is compulsory education till at least 16 years old. But the parents said that for the Amish faith and what they would do in their lives, they did not need anything past the 8th grade. So take this all the way to the Supreme Court because the school was forcing the parents to send their students, and the Supreme Court rules it based on free exercise. Their religion dictates that they don't need to go to school past 8th grade. So if you can prove that your religion is being inhibited and not causing harm to others, then you are allowed to freely exercise that. So the Free Exercise Clause is exhibited for us in Wisconsin v. Yoder. Again, forcing an Amish student past 8th grade is a violation of that. This has been in the news a lot lately, especially in regards to same-sex marriage cases, right? The Masterpiece Bakery case out in Colorado, where a baker said that he could deny service to a gay couple for their wedding cake because of his religion, that would violate his free exercise clause. I don't know. The Supreme Court ruled very, very narrowly in that situation, and they said that it was his artistic license to decide whether or not to do that. So if you make a cake, you're an artist. But this is something that we're going to have to deal with. It leads to potentially some segregation issues, right? Freedom of religion is not necessarily historically been determined as something goes against my religion so I don't have to do it. It has been I can practice my religion as long as it does not interfere with others. Remember, all laws have to be based on the Constitution, not any religious doctrine or book. So if we want to take the case of the baker in Colorado, would it be okay for him to deny service to an interracial couple? We would probably not find that to be okay based on the 14th Amendment and the Equal Protection Clause. So why is it okay for a same-sex couple to be denied service? That's for you to debate. I'm just kind of laying out those things for you. So freedom of religion really covers both of those. The Establishment Clause and the Free Exercise Clause, Wisconsin v. Yoder and Engel v. Vitale. This is always kind of a hot topic that the AP exam likes to hit on. On a side note, tomorrow we'll tackle freedom of speech. A couple of you have emailed me asking about the AP vocab, and you've said, hey, since only 3/4 of the test or of the class is going to be on the test, do we only have to do 3/4 of the vocab? No. My responsibility is to teach you all of the material. and I will. So even though some of our material will not be on the test, you are still expected that first day back to have all of that vocab done. Because also it's going to help you out on whatever the exam does look like. Knowing these terms is only going to give you more ammunition to do well on it. So there we go. Tomorrow we'll be back with freedom of speech, and we'll find out how much you have, how much we have. It's going to be a little different than what you think. See ya.